hope everybody's having a good Wednesday. Welcome to the Star Trek Enterprise review. As always, Captain Trek is up here with me, and we have a special guest this Wednesday, Sith Lord. Welcome, sir.
What's going on, guys? How y'all doing?
Not too bad. And Bird of Prey 5 is first in the chat. Kapla Bird, hope you're doing well. So, we're going to do 2 episodes tonight. We're going to start off with Fusion. Oh, boy. And then we're going to move over to Rogue Planet. So, yeah, that should be fun. So, just a quick synopsis. Just kind of give us a quick little thought on what you thought of the first one, Sith.
Fusion wasn't one of my favorite episodes. There's a few of them in there. You know, not a lot, but there's a few in there. To me, when I first watched it, you know, anybody that's seen the episode, automatically, you know, pay attention to the weird guy. But at the same time, you know, there's a supposed story behind it. Well, the story was acceptable. The guy, man, he weirded me out. The only way I can describe the episode is I mentioned it while we were watching it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your first mind rape. And I understand where they were trying to go with that, but I think they half-heartedly failed at it.
Yeah, I completely agree. Captain Trek?
It was... it had its moments where it was not bad. That part that Sith Lord was talking about, yeah, no thank you.
Yeah, it's just that guy took me so far out. The one Vulcan just took me so far out of this because every time he was on screen, I just wanted him to find the nearest airlock and fall out of it. Because just his presence on the screen, you just got like the goosebumps of, oh, creepy dude, stranger danger. He just screams stranger danger all the time. The whole freaking show. You wanted him to find an airlock and fall out of it because he was just stranger danger.
The best way for me to describe it is very quickly look at my avatar. Look at the look on my face. Okay,
yeah, exactly.
I have pointed ears. I'm an elf, but I could be portrayed as a Vulcan at this moment. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah, absolutely. And welcome, Trey. Welcome to the chat, and thank you for dropping in. So right now we're talking about Star Trek Enterprise Fusion, the episode Fusion, and they come across a ship. It's an older Vulcan ship. We find out that the Vulcans in particular Vulcans are exploring their emotions. And I kind of want to go and explore a little bit on just that premise. How did that sit with everyone? Sith, how'd that sit? That they're okay. These Vulcans here, they're trying to use their emotions. How'd that sit with you?
Not well, because if you notice while we were watching, you know, actually both episodes, I was rather quiet. I was trying to eat my dinner, so you're asking me to stomach something on top of food. It was kind of unsettling.
Yeah.
Because like I said, what neither one of neither of the episodes was one of my favorites. So just sitting and watching it, I'm like, oh God, let's just please be over with.
Well, to be honest, I'm sorry, that sounds more like Romulans than Vulcans.
Yeah, and that's what I said last week. Was the Vulcans in this series are very much portrayed like TNG Romulans. And welcome, Mountains of Elysium. Hope you're having a wonderful evening. But yeah, they just come across as Romulans. Just the way they're portrayed. It's always in the back of my head now, ever since I said it last week. But no, and I guess it's okay. I can kind of accept that. Now, here's one part that I found interesting, and it really made me stop and think. What did everybody think about the whole? By the way, T'Pol had no idea what in the hell a mind meld was.
Yep.
Not that, she didn't know that this thing was, that this was something that is outlawed or not allowed. No. She didn't know what the hell it was.
A better way to describe a mind meld in that particular time period of Trek, mind melds were considered like taboo. And
yep, and I can accept that.
Yeah,
I can accept that. But she doesn't even know what it is.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Her parents may have not told her about it. Her mom may have never mentioned anything about it. It's not. If it's that taboo of a subject in a culture, the first thing you're not going to do is openly talk about it. So
yeah,
I accept that
I can see your point, but to me that just irked me a little bit. What about you, Trek? How did you feel about that, Cap?
Yeah, it just didn't. No.
Like I would have preferred her just go, "That's forbidden," or something, anything to acknowledge that she knows what he's talking about. But no idea. And she's supposed to be high up in the Vulcan chain of command, kind of, sort of.
Not really. She's like Starfleet standards of a commander, maybe.
Yeah, but still, she's been around the block more than once.
Well, yeah, it's
not like she's a red shirt.
80-something years old.
Yeah, so she should have heard it in passing or something. We know about what ancient Romans practices. We know about things that have happened hundreds of years before us. We know of them. We may not totally understand the ritual, but we know of them by name to a degree. So it just struck me as very odd that T'Pol had no idea what a mind meld was. Absolutely no idea. And then, we fast forward to the original series, and Spock knows what they are. Spock can do them. So it's just kind of, for me, that was a little jarring. I would have preferred them have gone with the angle that, oh no, those are forbidden. And her be apprehensive about doing the mind meld because they are forbidden. Because they can drive a person crazy, or they can do damage, or what have you. And then he convinces her to do it anyway. But I just would have liked a little bit of acknowledgement that she knew what he was talking about and not just what's a mind meld. It's like, no, that it just didn't land right for me at all. For the most part. Okay, and then the other thing I wanted to kind of dive into a little bit was the one relationship in this episode I really liked, and that was the engineer Vulcan and Trip.
Yes.
Yeah, that was
awesome. That was the best part of the episode. Anytime those two were on screen, that was the best part of the episode. Hands down. What did you guys think of him? The whole thing about the Vulcan High Command sending a message to the Admiral, then the Admiral sending a message to Archer to get this guy to call home because his father is dying.
Right.
Because they haven't spoke. So did you feel they did a good job with that aspect of it before we get into, them two and how they showed two different approaches to solving that issue?
Captain Trek, you go ahead and go on with it.
Quite honestly, it was, to me, they contacted the Admiral because they knew that Archer would say, "You deal with it."
Yeah.
They were able to say, the Admiral was able to say to him, "By the way, you do have your science officer or your whatever, because of this favor that Vulcans did. So, yeah, you kind of owe him."
Yeah, you
So
kind of
talk
called
to the
him out
guy.
on it. Yeah, you kind of called him out on it. But yeah, I mean, for me, those two interacting, Trip and the Vulcan engineer, were the best parts of this episode. Because they actually got a friendship going, unlike, Stranger Danger and T'Pol. That's what I'm going to call them for the rest of this review, Stranger Danger. Stranger Danger and T'Pol was just awkward every time they were on screen. Every time they were on screen. And every time that the engineer and Trip were on, it was like two buddies. And it was really good dialogue. And then the Archer tries to get him to consider to talk to his father. And then Archer goes to Trip and says, well, you've kind of gotten a little bit of a friendship going here with the guy. Do you think you could maybe could you talk to him? Maybe it'll be better coming from a friend. And I really liked that conversation between Trip and the other Vulcan. I really, really liked that conversation where he convinces him by using the fear of the emotion he could feel. And, trust me, man, that's not something you want to experience. That's not a feeling you want. Regret is not something you want to experience, and you're on the brink of experiencing it. Don't let this opportunity pass you by. You have an opportunity to avoid much pain in the future. And I kind of liked that way of him getting to him instead of trying to preach to him or, yell at him or what have you. He used almost logic against the Vulcan, which was kind of cool.
Yeah.
What do you think, Cap?
I agree completely. I do.
Yeah, I mean, but for me, so then Stranger Danger does the mind meld on T'Pol, and of course it goes too far. T'Pol says stop. He says no. She ends up forcing him off of her, and then it sends her to sickbay. Which,
Right.
of course, Archer then calls him into the office. And I kind of like how he was kind of coy at the beginning and then went straight to Stern. Right? Just, okay, well, yeah, haha, cool. Oh, by the way, I know what you did to my crew member. And now you get off my damn ship. Kind of. And it was like a light switch, right? He was all laughy, jokey with him for a couple of seconds, and then all of a sudden, no, this is the way it's going to play. You're going to get the hell off my ship now. What did you guys think of that whole Stranger Danger injuring T'Pol aspect? Do you think it was really needed, or do you think they went a little adding more fluff to the episode than what was needed?
Um, I don't think it was needed, but at the same time, uh, it explains what's going on with these Vulcans, what they're doing.
Yeah.
Now, whether I agree with it or not, it's a different story, but it kind of helps progress the story along. And they needed a traumatic experience to make the audience understand, kind of. It was
These are not.
Yeah.
The Stranger Danger is not a nice guy, and he's
Right,
probably a cult leader.
Right. And that's why.
It's the way he's portrayed as a cult leader.
Right. You know, that's why I use the term mind rape, because that's pretty much what it is.
Yeah.
He does it against your will, and trying to forcibly break a mental link like that. We don't know the effects. We never. I don't believe we've ever entertained that idea if it was forcibly done. Except, it just came to mind. Except in Star Trek VI, The Undiscovered Country.
Yeah.
Okay, Spock forcibly getting the information.
Yes. Which can be quite painful.
Same aspect, because you've seen what she was going through also. So
Yes.
there's no telling what kind of mental damage this could do.
Yes, absolutely. So then they leave, and Trip and the engineer have their final parting words, and he tells them that he did talk to his father, and his father's going to have a couple more years on his life. And they go part ways, and then Archer goes and talks to T'Pol, checks on T'Pol. T'Pol is okay and meditating again. And that's how the episode ends. So let's go around and get our out of 10s on this one, and then we'll move over to Rogue Planet. So Sith, out of 10, what did you give this one?
This one about a 6, 5 or 6.
Okay. Cap?
I'm gonna have to say 5.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a 4. I just don't like Stranger Danger.
Way to go, the overachiever. Good to go.
So yeah, I'm gonna go with 4.
Okay.
All right, so now let's switch gears here and move over to Rogue Planet. So I'm gonna do this kind of the same way we did it with the last one. I'm gonna go around quick, get a quick synopsis of what we thought of the episode, and then we'll dive into it. So Sith, you're up.
Once again, not one of my favorite episodes. When I first saw it, the very first time, I thought, I'm like, man, this is just such a boring episode. Nothing really going on. Oh yeah, they're going on. Ooh, there's some disruptor fire or whatever they're using. Oh yeah, cool. You know, let's put some little bit of action in it. But to me, it was all just a boring episode. They could have done a lot better than what they gave us.
Yeah, I could agree with you on that one. Cap?
Well, just they find this rogue planet, like, you know, they find rogue planets every day. Like, yeah. And it just, things that develop on the planet are just kind of like, huh?
Yeah.
This is a rogue planet with no sunlight. Hello? No.
Yeah. Like, okay. So for me, this episode was just one shut your brain off moment after another. Is the easiest way I can explain this. And hopefully I don't lose my my internet, because the thunderstorm they've been threatening us with all day just started. So this should be fun. All right, so For me, the episode opens up where they, as Captain Trek pointed out, they find a rogue planet, dark planet. It's fallen out of its solar system. And my first what the hell moment is, okay, they find a ship. So they're able to determine there's a ship on the on one of the poles. Okay, cool. What's the first thing they do? Jump in a shuttle pod and go down and check it out. They don't know who they are. They don't know what kind of ship. They don't know if they're going to be outgunned, outmanned. They have no clue. All they know is there's a ship on one of the poles. Let's go take a look, because that's never ended badly. So just on that aspect, anybody else having a problem with that?
Yeah. To me, you're going to find out. I'm not trying to spoil the series to you, but it's you're going to find a lot of aspects, a lot of situations in this 4 seasons, to where that's exactly what they do. It's like, shoot, after the first half dozen times, you figured you'd learn by now, but no. That's what they do. They hop in the shuttle, like, we got to go check this shit out. It's like, really? You guys ain't learned?
Well, okay. How about you, Cap? Are you with me and Seth on this? And that's just stupid.
Yes.
Like,
yeah. Let's go on an adventure. We don't know anything other than there's a ship down there, but hey, let's go.
yeah. For all we know, they've got a battalion of troops. But what the hell? Why not? And then, of course, Captain Archer is piloting the shuttle, which is always nice. So they finally land. They find the campsite. Nobody's home. So then they make horror film mistake number 2. They split up. Which never ends well in a horror film. Usually 2 people die. But luckily they didn't shoot them this time. So then they're all brought back, and they're all talking, and they find out that these guys are hunters, and they have technology that evades them from scans, yada yada yada, and they wait their whole lives to be able to come and hunt here, and they've only got a certain amount of time that they can hunt. And of course, Archer is, well, we gave up hunting 100 years ago. And then their weapons specialist goes, hey, can I go on the hunt with you? And of course, he makes the cheesy line, I promise, Cap, I won't kill anything. What did you guys think of that? The first meeting between our aliens and our fearless crew that go dashing into, I saw a ship that I have no idea about. Bloody hell. And it's not even the worst stupid mistake they make during the whole damn show, but what did you think of the initial meeting between the aliens and Archer and crew?
Yeah.
No, you first.
Okay. What I thought, exactly what just happened, the way I could have just described it. I actually started laughing. I'm like, really? We just to be buddy right up from the beginning, No,
oh yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what. If I was, just real quick, if I would have been the hunters, first things out of my mouth was, "Who are you, and why are you on our planet?"
Yeah, exactly.
Not, hey, y'all want to come have some alien pig and talk about some hunting stories? No.
Especially considering what they're hunting, you may want to get them off the planet.
Because even though it was one of the rarest opportunities to be able to go on this planet. Okay, so let's just go ahead and say their species claims the planet. So they've been doing it for generations. They might as well have said, "Why are you on our planet?"
Yeah, exactly. Cap.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem to make sense where they just, oh, okay. Oh, you're not here for them? Oh, cool. Want to join us? We'll hang out, talk, all that.
We'll sing Kumbaya beyond under the stars. It'll be all good. Then, oh my God! And then Archer has his vision of his beautiful blonde. Oh joy! Oh joy! Oh joy! Oh joy! So Archer, now being a captain with somewhat intelligence, goes running off into the bush that shouldn't be there because it's a dark planet to begin with, which means there shouldn't be trees and there shouldn't be shrubbery and there shouldn't be any of this garbage because there's no sun to support it. But oh well, moving on. So he goes running into this jungle by himself, doesn't wake up to Paul, doesn't wake up anybody, doesn't go, hey, you know what? We're being watched. How about we go investigate this shit? Or ask his new buddy, old chums, hey, have you guys noticed we've been watched here? Or, what the hell? No. Dum goes running into the bush. All by a little lonesome without bringing a weapon, mind you. I didn't see a weapon. I could be wrong. I didn't see a weapon. So he goes running into the bush because he's an idiot, chasing this broad who he knows in his right mind can't actually be there. So my first thoughts would have been somebody laced my freaking drink.
Well, hang on, Rob. For the rest of the episode, let's just call Archer Captain Redshirt.
Captain Redshirt. Yeah, exactly. Captain Redshirt. Pretty much. Cap, did that make any more sense to you than it made to me?
Not one bloody bit. No. It was utterly stupid. Yeah, I'm the captain. I'm going to go off just wherever the hell I want on this strange planet where we can't see anything.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't take any night vision, any flashlight, anything.
No, he did take a flashlight. I'll give him credit. He took a flashlight.
Well, the second time he did. I didn't remember.
Yeah.
I remember if he did the first time or not. But
I think he did the first time. But I think that's all he took was a flashlight, which doesn't do him any damn good, but okay. So then he gets back, and of course they tease him about, yeah, sure, you saw a woman. Yeah. Nice dream, buddy. Meanwhile, our hunters, there was my power flash. Okay, so our hunters know what he's talking about. We find out later in the episode. They know exactly what he's talking about, and they're playing stupid. Now, the one part that bothers me, and other than the fact that Archer does it again when he sees this silly broad, he goes running off because, one, she knows his name, which should be a clear indication something ain't right. And then two, so he does it again. He goes running off into the bush. And the best part about that is his crew member is like 2 arm lengths away from him. And he doesn't see that the cap's taken off until long after he's gone. Doesn't notice that his captain is just kind of gone at all. Just, hey, where'd Captain go? Oh, he must be taking a Geloja break around the corner. He'll be back. Just total brain fart. And then, okay, and then not to mention, okay, they find out that these hunters know exactly what Archer's been seeing. And nobody's pissed. Like, Archer doesn't even confront him on it. Like, you sat there and mocked me, but you knew what I was seeing? Are you serious? He doesn't, none of it. He doesn't comment at all on, well, wait a second, you knew that there was creatures that could read my mind and morph into what's in my head, and you just didn't feel that was information we needed to know. There's no confrontation like that. There's dialogue, nothing. No, hey, a little bit of a heads up would have been nice, you a-holes. Anything. There was nothing. Anybody else find that odd? Sith?
First off, before I dive into that little piece of it, I'm going to touch on something you mentioned while we were watching it. But
Yeah.
I'm also got something to add to it.
Okay.
Okay. Logic. Anybody that knows anything about space, or even if we think we know about space, the name of the episode, Rogue Planet. Okay? How in the fuck, with no sunlight, pardon the F-bomb, but that's the only way I
Oh, good.
put it. All right? There is no sunlight. There is no heat. How in the hell are they on a dark rogue planet that has, for one, greenery, which Canuck pointed out, but also, why isn't a freaking ice cube?
Yeah.
Well, they do mention about the vents that are.
Oh, okay.
But
see,
that doesn't explain the tall growth. I
No.
can see small vegetation, but maybe, but
Yeah,
more like
but not
moss.
a jungle.
No,
Not like the Amazon rainforest.
Yeah, I'm talking about the logic behind this, just the planet.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Whoever
really?
designed that
This is Star Trek.
aesthetically was an idiot.
You know, this is Star Trek. You should have fucking known better.
Yeah, exactly. Just blows my mind. But yeah, and your
I thought
second
we were
point
watching
there?
Picard.
Ha ha.
yeah. Okay. No. You mentioned the greenery, and even though the vents are there and it provides some heat, but why isn't most of that planet an ice cube?
Yeah, you'd think. Or
Yeah, I
a
can-
desert or a desert wasteland or something. Just
Yeah.
absolute wasteland is what it should have been.
Right.
Like the surface of the moon or something.
Exactly.
Doesn't
But
make
anyway,
any sense.
the whole idea about what Captain Red Shirt was doing, I got kind of confused. By the way, that was a great way of describing it. I needed that laugh. Man, that was hilarious. You did an awesome job on that. It's like, what the hell am I watching? Star Trek or Young and the Restless?
Yeah.
I was
It just-
confused.
And he's supposed to be the captain, which means
See, when you put it that way, I've always done it this way, and this is how I explain the show to you. This is the first time they've done this. Okay? This is the first crew to go outside of our solar system. Or however
Yeah,
far they
it's
get.
not the
But-
first time that you've had like a military landing somewhere.
Instead of the Federation that we know, they're going out there and all they're wanting to do is shake hands.
Yeah.
Regardless,
TNG.
regardless of the species, because for one, we're going to be seeing a lot of familiar species in Enterprise, but this is the first time we're meeting them.
Yeah.
Okay, they're like, "Hi, I want to be your friend," because that's what they're out to do. Seek out new life, not seek out and start shit.
Yeah.
But but I do agree with you at some point. He's got to have that he's a captain for a damn reason. Okay?
Exactly.
He should carry that on his shoulders at all times.
Yeah, he should have a little bit more of a head on his shoulder than a red shirt. So what are your thoughts on the vegetation and the Captain Redshirt there, Cap.
Well, yeah, it's not believable.
I'm not saying it's supposed to be believable, but come on, use some real logic behind just the planet itself. But I understand the believable part of it, but it's sorry, it was just got under the nerves.
What about you, Canuck?
Yeah, for me, Captain Redshirt was. I like Archer as a character. In this episode, it felt like he let me down because I hold him to such esteem in this show, and in this episode, he was just the dumbest idiot on the face of the planet. No pun intended, but he was just an absolute idiot, absolute moron, and I'm just. No, I expect this from like a junior grade or, the red shirt of the week, but I don't expect this level of stupidity from the captain. I just don't. Like at least take one guy with you when you're going off into the bush to chase after a freaking mirage or something. Make sure that buddy beside you can see what you're seeing or something. Anything would have been better than as dumb as he is. And welcome, Chief Cook. But he was absolutely stupid in this episode. And I can't get over how dumb he was. So moving on. So finally, after a couple of conversations with his woman of his dreams, one, he finds out that the creature took it from a memory of a poem he read when he was younger, and it was somebody that he had imagined up when he was younger. Cool. Awesome. And then we find out that this creature is coming to Archer because Archer is different than the others. Okay. Except if you're going to go for someone who would be more... See, I was more confused why she didn't approach T'Pol. Because Vulcans are way more in control of their emotions and their aggressive tendencies than the human would be. Right? So if you're looking for a more, your safest bet would be to approach the Vulcan, not the human. Humans are kind of unpredictable, as we've seen recently. Right? Whereas the Vulcan would be your safest bet. So why the creature went to Archer and not to Paul is a little bit of a conundrum for me. I get it because I guess Archer is easier to lure away because he's Captain Redshirt in this episode. Right? So, but I don't know. What do you think, Cap? Do you think I'm too far off? Do you think that it would have made more sense if the creature would have went to T'Pol?
The only reason I don't agree there is because the captain would be more emotional, whereas T'Pol would be more logical, and she would not have gone off.
Yeah, that's true.
Wandering.
Yeah, she would have been Captain Redshirt. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. So she explains to him that she wants him to help stop these hunters from hunting her. And from hunting them, I should say. And Archer goes, yeah, I got to do this. What do you think of that decision? Do you think that made sense for where we are in Star Trek? For them to just go, yeah, this is bad, this is wrong, and they're asking for us to get them to stop hunting them, so I think we should intervene. Is that fit right? And also welcome Jedi Bill 797, and thank you Trey for throwing in Captain Trek's GoFundMe. That's greatly appreciated. Thank you very much. It's also in the description of this video for those watching the rewatch. Also, Sith Lord and Captain Trek's channel are both in the description below. But definitely check out Sith. He does random streams. It's awesome. We'll talk about that in a couple of minutes. But anyway, so going back to my point, what did you think about that, Sith?
Well, I have actually a little bit of a different outlook on that. Their species has the ability to read their minds, read their emotions. I believe that it picked Captain Redshirt because the creature could feel his sincerity. They know that he's not there to harm anything or anyone.
Yeah, I can totally see that. I can see that. It's just for me.
The sincerity. There we go.
Yeah. Just for me, I would have thought the safer pick would have been T'Pol, but then T'Pol probably wouldn't have done anything. Probably wouldn't have intervened.
T'Pol was the logical.
Yeah. She's not going to be Captain Redshirt and go running into the bush. So then basically what they do is they get what we find out later on is they give the creatures an inoculation that hides the pheromone that the hunters are tracking. So the hunters can no longer track them. So then the hunters leave and Archer and the creature have one last meeting in the woods and fade to black. That's the end of the episode. Let's go around, give our final takes here and our final numbers out of 10, starting with Sith.
Well, I'll be a little bit more generous than I was last time on the last episode. I'll give it a full blown 6.
Okay. Cap?
3.
Yeah, I'm right pretty much there with you. I'll bring it up to a 4. I'll just keep it at a 4.
Well, honestly, I gave it a 6 just because of the blonde.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, wasn't gonna say anything, Seth. I was gonna let you keep that one.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. I'm nice on occasion. Don't spread it around too far though. But no, I mean for me it's about a 4. Both episodes were is it over yet kind of theory. I didn't like how Archer turned into Captain Redshirt. It was just every time he went running into the bush, I was just like, you freaking idiot. Have you not watched a horror film? You moron. You know, it just blows my mind. The other interesting prop I thought that I didn't bring up, and I think it was in the first show, and I was going to bring it up and I completely forgot while we were doing it, was the fact that Archer had a book. Not a pad, not a on screen, but an actual book. An actual book with paper and everything. That was kind of interesting. But yeah, so I don't know. It just, to me, overall, they were both a 4. It was, oh God, please let this be over kind of episodes. Nothing that really pissed me off per se, so that's why it only got a 4 and nothing lower. But yeah, Captain Redshirt in the second one, just ugh. And then Stranger Danger in the first one was just ugh. I mean, Stranger Danger was written so poorly. It's just brutal. But anyway, I'm gonna, as always, I'm just gonna quickly go around the panel here. Captain Trek and I do this every Wednesday. You can also find Captain Trek on my channel as Vance Major from No Budget Productions joins us every Tuesday and Thursday for our TOS on Tuesday, TNG on Thursday, and then Cap joins me on Saturday nights, and we do our karaoke stream, which is always a blast. We always have a few laughs and some fun, and Cap always outsings me, and we just have a lot of fun with that. And Sith, what you got going on?
Well, right now, absolutely nothing. As Cook so graciously mentioned, I do a random live stream here and there. Usually, I've been finding myself doing them somewhere on either on a Sunday or Monday or a Tuesday, because that's the lightest stream traffic of the week to me, for who I follow anyway. But most of the time I'm a mod over on Mayhem's channel. That's where I can be found most nights. And every once in a while I'm on Haunstar's channel. He's gracious enough to let me appear on a couple of his shows every once in a while. And you can also find me on Twitter here, SithWard3827. Come check it out. Sometimes I tweet, sometimes I retweet, sometimes I don't. It's a lottery. You have to go find out. And that's pretty much all that's going on.
Okay, and right before I end the stream here, I'm going to take a couple moments to promote a couple of live streams that are coming up within the community that I'm aware of as of the airing of this. Max World Entertainment has his live stream at 8 o'clock. I hope to see everybody there. Life with Matthew goes live at 8:45. Hope to see you there at some point this evening. And I hope you're subscribed to both Max World Entertainment and also Life with Matthew. And then at 11 Eastern, 10 Central, Haunstar will be doing Name That Tune. And I believe DJ Odyssey is on tonight. And I believe Rob from Midnight's Edge.
No, Tom.
Tom from Midnight's Edge. Yeah, Tom from Midnight's Edge.
And of course, the ever-lovingly Mandy Summers.
Yes, yeah, Mandy Summers and Tom and DJ Odyssey. So there's going to be a battle there somewhere.
And Ballman Bad, John.
Okay. So I hope to see you at all those streams. If you can make it to all of them, great. If you can't, hope to see you at least one. Again, Max World Entertainment starts at 8. Life with Matthew 8:45, and those are both Central times. And then Haunstar starts at 10 o'clock Standard Central, 11 Eastern, and they do their Name That Tune. It's a fun little show, and I hope to see you all there. And until next time, take her easy, folks.